Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Drawing Hour with ya boy. And yeah, last episode or part one of this episode, we did the sketching for this panty piece. um, but yep, drawing panty from penny a stocking with garter belt. And yeah, gonna get the lining done first. I think is gonna be the easiest, and then paint the hair. Um, I think that's gonna be the easiest thing to do. Yeah. Uh, how was your guys' day? Um, or week? How's your guys' week? Mine was kind of yucky, kind of garbo. Not gonna lie. Um, worked a hell of a lot this week. I think I had almost 45 hours. Which, I mean, I'll take. Not that I necessarily want it. You know? Like, I'd like to get out of work on time. But that didn't happen at all this week. Pretty much. Or I took like short breaks. Or a short break, short lunch. How does that look? I kind of like that face actually. You know? That actually looks pretty good. Not gonna lie. A little bigger, I think. Shut down. That's a little bit better. Yeah. Then I left at like damn near 10 to, or like I think I got home at 10. So I clocked out at like 9:40 or something like that. Working overnight for 13 hours is not fun. But it is my weekend now. So that's a plus, you know? That is a plus. And I'm hoping my weekend goes somewhat well. Like, it's kind of, my weekends have been uh, kind of garbage. Like, it's like they're not. It's way too small. Something's kind of off with this elbow. Not elbow, but armpit. Any armpit expert in the chat. I think that's okay. Maybe we just gotta kind of. No, that looks fine, I think. The hand's gonna be the worst part, though. That's kind of like the thing I don't want to do. Is the hand. Erase this. See, this looks like this has to come down like here. I feel like. And then this form has to be made bigger. There we go. That looks a little bit better. I think the gap here is a little too big, but it could just be me. And I could have my anatomy right. The hand, I have a picture pulled up of the hand. I'm going to change it a touch. I think. Same with that hand. I'm not exactly sure. Something about that also. This arm just kind of looks off. I don't know if it's. I think this needs to be kind of. I think that has to go kind of like that. Just be a little thicker. Yeah. And this kind of has to come like that. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. We're gonna ink like that, and I don't know if I should have it like if it should be like that. Or if it should be like this. Unless it's gonna be around and down and like around like that. That probably works better. Yeah, it looks a little bit better. So far, that kind of looks a little bit off. Maybe. Yes. Kind of like more, maybe more like that side, I think. And it looks a little bit better. See, that doesn't look bad. I'm pretty happy with that. Got my coffee here. Did I say I have coffee? I don't know. Um, Plans for this weekend though. I'm gonna try and do a a new Maid's Day Off comic. You know? Can you believe it? I can't. It's been a minute since I've done a maid's day off. But I am excited to do one for sure. That's a little. What the fuck? I don't know. I don't like this stupid ass hand, anyways. It's dumb, and I don't like it. Trying to like look at my own hand. I don't even see. I think it should feel like kind of like that. We'll leave it like that. That's fine enough. I think fine enough for me at least. Um, this hand though. Yeah, I don't know about this hand. Kind of something like that, but yeah, I don't know. Something like that. It'll be fine. There we go. No one will care. Right. Probably not. There we go. Foozies. That one's so small. Still very small. Did this liquefy and just go good. There we go. See, that works. This hand, I think, needs to be at the touch bigger. There we go. Now I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna make a new layer. I'm gonna oops. I'm gonna move this hand down here while I paint the hair. And then just put it back. I'm so tired. Mixing brush. I need to get that I need to get the those brush pads. I don't really have good, any other good brushes, really, besides, like, my wash brush. So I'm probably gonna use that for this. Looks like that's so neon. Is that right? What orange? I think that's pretty close. Oh, of course it's gonna freaking bleed. Can we make this not interact? I don't think I can make it not. I might just have to ink it, but I'll use I will use um I'll use yellow. I'll use I'll keep this yellow here, and we'll just make it in more, just like a slightly darker, like that. And we'll use this for the line. One thing I really like about this style is that the hair covers up the eye. Because like in some you'll have some animes you'll have the you'll have the hair or the eye kind of like showing through. I'm so confused as to what this is though. There we go. There we go. Like that. And wax, I've got to fill this in. There we go. That looks much better. There we go. I like that. What are you guys thinking so far? I think it looks pretty alright. The arms are a little off, but I'll say it's. I don't want to go back and fix it, so this I think can get redone. That goes like that. Instead, there we go. A little bit of a got some decent line work going. But yeah, looking pretty good. Gotta go through and kind of go through and erase some of this stuff. There we go. Not bad, not bad. You over here. I think that's about all that I went over. Still don't really know how to draw from this angle. So That's fun. Yeah. Think we just get some coloring going and that'll be good. So I'll start with the hair. What? Why can't I? Oh, that's why. What? Oh. Oh, no. See. Bang. There we go. And paint bucket. That's lasso. Meow, 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 meow. Bang. Then she got color eyes. She has blue eyes. Kind of dark blue eyes. That's pretty close. There we go. Light. We'll get a brighter blue. Get some kind of fancy light going on. It's not bad. Alright. Main colors. Skin tones. I need to save my skin tones in here more. A little bit lighter than that. More like there, I'd say. So good. That 0. That is much better. Nice. We'll do the shoes separately or next. I gotta draw him. Oh, no, wrong. I gotta draw him the feet, dude. I don't want to draw on feet. That shit sucks. Look how big the fucking dogs are. They look so fucking dumb. Not gonna lie. Oh, that's fucking silly. I'll just make it there. Yeah, yeah, that's fine. There we go. Yep. Yep. There we go. And this. This. There we go. Pretty happy with how it's turning out. These. Gonna try to make this, yeah, barely noticeable. But it's just like a slight, like, see, even that looks too. I want something that's not quite white. I guess I just have to go white. Yeah, I'll just leave it white, I guess. pin. Ugh. There we go. Then base color done. Lasso. Yes. I can't move it all. Whatever. That's fine. But yeah. I'm gonna get a gold color. About there. Like that. Yeah, that's probably fine. Oh, layer one. There we go. This layer. Gotta draw. I forgot she had bracelets on. So what? How does that? What? What combination of did I? Huh? I don't know what combination of keys I put in, but I guess you guys gotta deal with my thing up there because I don't know. Guess you just gotta deal with it. There we go. There we go. Bracelet is on. There we go. Paint that out. And there we go, bracelet. I'm not gonna have. I won't have the armband thingy. So it's fine. This looks okay. Alright, that's the base colors and everything, and that, that base colors and everything. Alright, let's finish this up. I don't think we need a ton of shading. I think I'm just gonna take my little, like, my brush. Okay, kind of just add some just kind of add some texture. Um, I don't know if that's really doing much. I need other brushes. Yeah, that works a little bit better. There we go. Adds a little bit of texture. Watch blender, I think, just to get some of this. This I might actually just paint bucket like that. Oop, too like that. Oh, still. Touch darker. There we go. Mm, kind of go like that. And get our. Wait, I can't even tell if that's doing nothing. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at stuff. Freaking blender. Alright, there we go. Regular wash. Oh, could just do Our normal pen. Red. Something, no. Water fluid. Maybe brighter. So really, you just want like kind of just want to build up a little bit of texture in it, not anything like super crazy. Just something kind of like that. Now for the fun part, or fun-ish part, I gotta figure out how to do. I think we do like this kind of light blue. Maybe like that. Would it be like an oval? Something kind of like that. I think let me look at a few more pictures of it. Yeah, it'd be like a white with a blue outline. So I could do this blue, and then go smaller with a light blue, and kind of almost like blend it in, or just make it almost totally white. So now it gives it that halo-y effect. Kind of like it's glowing. And then we'll probably add a bit of highlight up in here. Um, Real quick. Add in some highlights. Kind of give it blend it in just a touch. So it's a little bit softer. But now she's got some nice hair texture. Yeah. Actually looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. Now we just have to add like the gray around it. I'm not exactly sure. Can we add like like shrink selection maybe? And do that? That didn't work. No. Hmm. Hmm. Can I just go and like turn the opacity way down? So like bang? Or bang? See, the problem is I have to. Hmm. I still have to go over everything. That's hmm. I suppose I could lasso magnetic lasso or I didn't really do anything. No, magnetic lasso. Magnetic lasso. Oh, thank you. What is it doing? What? Oh, this thing is annoying. Okay. Now are you gonna do it? There we go. Look at that. Yeah, baby. Then we can kind of come in and what would be a fill? I'm gonna fill this. I said fill. Or do we have to invert? There we go. Why is that not colored? That's annoying. Hold on. Okay. Maybe we have to go paint and lose opacity. Can I go like that? See, that's gonna make it streaky. Hmm. I don't know. Do you guys have any? Oh, there we go. Yeah. That too dark? Maybe? Hold on. We can. Yeah, baby. There we go. See, that actually looks pretty good. That gradient. Look at that. I'm a genius. I am a genius, guys. Mwahaha. Anyways, um, didn't really talk about anything this episode. Um, I do want to do a new a new uh Maid's Day Off comic this weekend. I think I'm gonna try to make a video about that, maybe. Um, and hopefully I can get something out of that worthwhile for you guys. Gonna do plan for that one is uh like a manga store, and it'll be the first edition of Eleanor, I believe, in the series. 'Cause I've not done in the previous ones. I've not done any Eleanor, and honestly, I don't think any other characters are gonna be canon, are canon in the series yet. So this will be the first canon character. Technically, I don't know. I don't know if it'd be technically the first canon because Mage started from a silly idea that I had and I drew it one day. Um, I drew a maid with a witch hat, and there is a character with a witch hat. In the that I came up with in the characters. So technically, she was probably the first, and she ended up being Nova. So technically Nova was the first mage character ever, I think, which kind of cool if you think about it. And then in the other ones, I don't think anyone was really like standoutish, but I think Eleanor will be in this month's edition. I missed last month because of all the stuff that was happening. Like with my truck and with working, and work's still horrible. Wait, the next draw hour, I think I'll talk about that. Oh my god. Because that's led to some pretty big changes in my life that, aren't great. And I feel like that's a thing that should be talked about more, for sure. Um, Definitely something that should be talked about more. And it's not. But yeah, I think it's something good to talk about. Something that I should talk about and that should be talked about, and how the stress really can affect people. Like, it's not great. I think that's about all for this piece. Not much else I could do. Not really much else I want to do because I think we've been going on for a while. I did an hour session earlier and then uh just came back to finish it after a nice sleep. That coffee didn't do anything. I still was insanely tired and just went to bed. Um, but yeah, that's about all. Um, Tomorrow, I think I'm gonna try to stream Final Fantasy VII. Hopefully, I can kind of get. Probably won't be a full, like a long stream. It'll probably be only like maybe 2 hours. But gonna try to get back into streaming and everything and doing these over the live. I think doing live streams is just more work. This is a little bit easier. I don't have to like stress about the live streams and everything. I just record and talk if I want and just draw, and then I have the should have the time lapse going. Ooh, we don't want to delete and turn off. We want to export, but I'll do that in a minute. Yeah, that's about all for this episode, or this part 2 of drawing hour. See ya.